decides to go for a bit of a poke game as well, with the ban of Ziggs, with the ban of everything else.
I'm a little surprised at the end of the day when they had such strong laning potential with the Lucian right off the bat. Both ways with this new Kassadin.
Oop, good dodge. Always walking perpendicular to the skill shots. A little swipe in. The shield Shiphtur is using quite accordingly here in any of the engagements. Kiwikid, a little close on that one, but
nice
they didn't know he was exactly there. Rat-a-tat-tat has not come out yet. He doesn't have what he wants. He actually turns it on, but then he gets jumped on. First blood coming into Aphromoo, and like we said before, this is going to be a really hard lane. The poison's going to tick, but it's not going to tick enough as he life steals it back up. CLG Doublelift and Aphromoo.
That fight went COG's ways for a multitude of reasons, items and levels, and now Dexter trying to cascade that advantage.
They will not let it just be that. Going for Crumbzz, they do get the smite out. There's the speed up, the ultimate comes out, and he bites down onto Crumbzz to get that red buff for himself.
The most expensive, not amused. Look how quickly Doublelift bursts down Kiwikid to finish him off, and then even with the heals, it shows how powerful that BF sword and Vamp Scepter was, especially after the fight was over. And another move in this game.
Seraph getting hit up quite hard. One more attack. Shiphtur's got this one going in. ZionSpartan still had the intervention. They worked that one perfectly up there, but they're now coming on anything. Dexter's really hesitating here, so they may actually try to get something out of it.
Yeah, it really feels like imaqtpie is just trying to survive until the late game. Kiwikid is substantially starved on experience.
Ruh-roh.
They didn't have the collapsing potential right there. It was actually a really good timing for Dignitas to grab that, but it does mean the turret is basically unsafe.
Oh, pushed it right. Oh, the flash
shot
from Aphromoo closes the gap for any chance of missing by flashing directly on him.
Aphromoo has been converting on multiple kill opportunities, and it's going to be an incredibly scary Lucian as these team fights approach.
Really good fight opportunities as well, coming out summoner spells on top so they can just do it again and continue to punish their lane. We've been talking a little bit about wards across all the games today, and you look at the bottom half of the jungle, CLG can push through here, pretty much do whatever they want. They could pinch down on Qtpie and Kiwikid if they wanted to after this turret.
The area of control is very pronounced for CLG, whereas Seraph is still on his own.
He is on his own, he is running scared. He tries to flash over the wall. Too much crowd control coming from that situation. Actually, almost gets a kill for himself.
There's a lot of minions there. Is actually kind of bound to get caught before they get vision control, and that might be what decides this fight.
Dexter's got the speed up. They won't be able to follow with the amount of disengage Kiwikid has, though. Good call, but they're getting positioning.
That's pretty huge, having the Kha'zix ultimate burned right after that initiation. It means he cannot be tanky at all because he's sitting on 3 longswords and a Spirited Lizard Elder. He could get popped very quickly by anything from Dignitas. But they're starting the Dragon nonetheless. Dignitas doesn't have the appropriate vision control to be able to stop this.
CLG putting themselves out on a tightrope here, and it looks like Dignitas is bringing a pair of scissors to the fight. They're going to be going for Dragon now. Actually, Rat-a-tat-tat immediately comes in. Seraph dives into the fight without closure from his team to be there. He goes down instantly.
He didn't hit a single person with that Shyvana ult, but Zion gets caught.
Oh, the intervention comes in, drawing out Doublelift's calling. Looks like they're still going. Dexter, like we said, ultimate is down. The repel for the hop. Both junglers get out of that one.
Doublelift though is still strong.
Doublelift, a flash, Ardent Blaze into the light shot. And it looks like he goes down as well. CLG is digging themselves a grave in this fight.
And the speed of Dignitas, that's 3 for 0 so far, Riv.
Cannot, and they're still going to push forward. A flash.
Disaster team fight, CLG is still leading at gold. They were doing so well previously in the objective control and the farming that they just had those incremental advantages, and I think he's got to run pretty fast.
There comes it's going to hit Link as well. They stop him down there. Qtpie on the other side. He actually grabs the blue buff to himself. They try to give it to Shiphtur, but it's all right. Walk this one in, a great spear onto Shiphtur, and they say no, we actually need to back. They're gonna lose the inhibitor turret on this.
I mean, how long is CLG gonna stay here? It's actually a great rotational move there. CLG pushing mid to give up the Baron. They just won't be able to fight for 4 to 5 minutes afterwards. Maybe they will.
Oh, Invis to Invis. Crumbzz comes out, he gets the intervention on. Tidal Wave passes right by as Seraph gets himself out with a bit of a heal, rather flash as well. And it looks like this could spell bad for Counter Logic Gaming. They did get that inhibitor down, but Dignitas could come out big on this. Stop Seraph from doing anything big in this game.
This is not a team composition where Seraph can easily succeed. No. Is definitely one thing. So it's twofold the reason he's struggling in this one. Dignitas trying to use that Baron buff to power through the mid lane. Whereas, because they know COG can't catch them off guard if they're staying as 5.
slow moving around the map. Dignitas.
Oh no,
Oh,
Doublelift. What are you doing?
Goes into the atmosphere of farming. Uh-oh! PewDiePie getting hit up quite hard, but that's why you have a Kayle. Throwing out the intervention. They need to get away from this turret. They're going to go ahead and repel some.
Reduction on his heal. They may have just gotten that without giving up anything. This extended siege by CLG, considering ZionSpartan wasn't there at all, he got nothing done in the mid lane, and CLG gets all the advantage off this one as long as they don't get caught coming back. Or will they go back? How long do they want to just keep faking this back?
It's a fake back. Well, they do have Baron in 8 seconds here. No, they will not decide to fully got him! They get Crumbzz! The only crowd control is used perfectly on that. PewDiePie down to 25% HP. That's what Doublelift needs to do. Getting the auto attacks out in between and threading them on the cast abilities. Still going for the inhibitor. They take a second one down. This means more minions to pour in the base. CLG is setting themselves up for this victory after what seemed to be everything falling. ZionSpartan gets Dark Binding again to himself. One last hit, and he does take down Aphromoo, but that will be the least of their worries if the team can make it.
CLG oversteps.
Well, things are not falling into place here for Dig.
It's just a matter of time. It feels like the inhibitors are respawning right now for Dignitas, though, which is why they wanted to make sure that next inhibitor didn't go down. If CLG gets this one, they only extend the pain, but if Dignitas can stop him, they have a chance yet. That's
a pretty good dive in. A good amount of abilities wasted that CLG uses to disengage are now done. Dig capitalizes on that. Again, is almost the initiation for the fight. Middle of the map. This is where they're going to find it, possibly.
They're going.
It's going to be Aphromoo bubbled up. They go on to Doublelift. He gets the shield as Aphromoo hits the ground instantly. Shiphtur's into Zonya's, but he might be too closed in. Rift walks out of that one. Crumbzz goes down. Too many shots to the abdomen. Doublelift flashes forward, but can't get the light kill. And it looks like
they killed 2 people on Dignitas. They can just rush the base.
Big wrong side of the map as CLG makes their way in. A 40-minute nail-biter between these two teams. And Dignitas in first place, maybe dropping the game to CLG here as they make their way in 2 timers at 35 seconds.
There is 1 Nexus turret remaining, but Shiphtur is at full health. So is ZionSpartan.
This would be huge if Dig can stop it. Shiphtur goes down. The Zonya's was used. The activate isn't there. PewDiePie falls to the ground, and CLG picks himself back up and puts themselves right in the game for the win.
What just happened is a question that many people are going to be asking right here, including Dignitas.